Hello everybody, it's that one last nerd, and today we are going to look at the Digimon card game. Much like the Yu-Gi-Oh card game and the Pokemon card game, Digimon, when they were at the height of their times, made a card game. It's gone through a couple of changes, and now we are going to start looking at the current one made by Bandai Namco. In this tutorial, you'll learn the basics of the Digimon card game, including playing Digimon and Digivolving in the breeding. Right now we're gonna learn how to start off the game in the breeding area. So it looks like we start off with 5 cards. In your draw phase, you draw 1 card from your deck. However, the player that goes first can't draw first. So that's for like most games. During the breeding phase, flip over 1 card from your Digi-8 deck and place it on an empty space on the breeding area and hatch a Digimon. You can move a level 3 or higher Digimon from the breeding area. Do nothing. You can also perform just one of these actions. This time, let's hatch a Digimon from place 1 of your Digimon from the decks from the breeding area. Alright, let's start that off. It's time to hatch our Digimon, and we got Koromon. So our hatched Digimon is level 2. We're going to evolve him into a level 3. You can do that by evolving your Digimon during the breeding phase. So now we're in the main phase. Digivolving a Digimon causes it to become a level higher than it was. Let's Digivolve Koromon in the breeding area. The Digi-evolution conditions are met. Of 3 for Agumon. If you have that Agumon in your hand, you can place it. So during your first turn, if you have a monster that meets the Digi-evolution's requirements in the first turn, you can Digivolve it. So, since we have now placed the Agumon on top of Koromon, he has Digivolved into Agumon. When that happens, we get to get a thing called a Digi-evolution bonus, or an inheritance bonus. So when a Digimon Digivolves, it can get a bonus from getting so. We got to draw a card, and we drew Biomon. Now we're going to try playing Biomon on the field by paying the cost, which allows us to play it. The play cost is going to be 2. So we're going to pay 2 memory, and we're going to play Biomon from our hand directly onto the field. As long as you have enough memory, you can play a Digimon that's powerful, even if we want to. So you can play 1 Biomon. Digimon played from your hand can't attack the turn they are summoned. Alright, so Biomon, now it's our opponent's turn. When your opponent's turn, since we spent memory, our opponent can now use the memory we used and use it for their power. So the more memory gauge you use, the more your opponent can use for their main phases or battle phases. So he's going to Digivolve. He's going to play some cards. They can't attack. We're going to draw some other cards. Alright, so we're going to try moving our creature. We're going to move Agumon into the battle arena area. And we're going to start it off. So, moving cards from the breeding area costs no memory from moving a Digimon to the breeding area. In this way, so if you have a Digimon on the breeding area in reserve, and you Digivolve it all the way up to Mega, then you can pretty much bring out that Mega without any costs. You can Digivolve from the battle area as well. Try Digivolving. So we're going to try Digivolving. We're going to be paying the costs, and we're going to be playing a champion level Digimon, which is the next stage. Mega is the final stage. Champion's like the adult stage. Take the Koromon in your hand, place it from the top of your deck once. So we just kicked off another Digimon Digivolving battle area bonus, which since we paid the cost and we did that, we now get a bonus from from Biyomon, or it's inherited effect. So in the actual TCG game, it's called the inherited effect, but now we get a new card. Alright, next section to move on to. Alright, so now in tutorial 2, we're going to learn how the victory conditions, like a successful attack and attacking player for points. So the cards that we have very off to the side, so off to the left hand side, is our security stack. That's kind of like our life gauge. You attack when you attack opponent directly, you target their security stack, and now when you attack, you can attack your opponent once per turn and turn it outright. Attacking your opponent suspends any Digimon. Right now, your opponent does not have any Digimon to suspend, so you can just attack your opponent with how many Digimon you want. Not once per turn, but how many times you want. So, just for right now, since Cordialmon cannot attack, we're going to attack with Agumon. So we're going to try to make that work. And we're going to go for his security attack. So, when you're getting attacked, either player can perform this ability, this kind of defense, which is when you attack a player in your performance checks, once they flip over the card's effect activate. This is called a security effect. So they gain 2 memory due to Hammer Spark's ability, since it was coming off of the security. So if you hit someone and they have a card that says security effect, this allows them to gain that effect when they're losing a security check. So if they're losing any memory and any cards are destroyed, whatever security effects they have, they gain those effects. So as a result, the memory gauge is getting moved to the right twice. So they gain more memory since we attacked them. And now they're going to attack us. So we're going to try blocking them with Cordialmon. Blocking means this. If it has the word block on it, it means it can defend an attack. So since Cordialmon has blocker, we suspend it, and that attack that you're blocking, the blocking switches the attacking target. So instead of them attacking our security, they're going to go after Cordialmon if we suspend Cordialmon. So let's suspend Cordialmon and make them switch their target. Now our security is safe, and this is where if the DP, which was the attacking power that we've seen up to now in cards, if the DP is less than the defending one, and so now we're going to see how this all plays out. So Cordialmon's going to attack and defeat. So our opponent attacks, and we drew from our security stack a Digimon. Kind of same rules apply if you're attacking a Digimon on the battle area. If yours is higher, it destroys the weaker monster. If yours is weaker, your opponent destroys your monster. But the outcome of what happens after the battle, if your Digimon is weaker and your Digimon was the security stack, it still goes to the trash and nothing happens to your opponent's Digimon. If your opponent's Digimon was weaker, they go to the security stack, while the security stack Digimon that you draw still goes through. They're also unaffected by any other card effects. So now it looks like he has summoned his next phase in Digi-Evolution, which is an Ultimate. So we're going to hatch another Digi-Egg. It's going to be another Coromon. We're going to go on our main phase. We're going to Digivolve Coromon into Biyomon. We're going to get the bonus, which is Digivolve Biyomon into Birdramon now. So we're going to use the memory gauge to Digivolve him into Birdramon. We're going to use a new type of card that we haven't talked about, which is an option card. Option cards are kind of like your item cards in Pokemon, Magic, or in Yu-Gi-Oh! So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the Shadow Wing. In order for the option card, you at least must have the same color cards on the field, or Tamer. A Tamer is the human partners. So we'll get to Tamers a little bit later in the video, but As long as you have the same color Digimon, you can use the same color option card. And you also have to make sure you meet the requirements of paying the cost. So the cost is 1 memory gauge. The app is kind of being a little finicky with me, so we're going to try to do this. So please be patient with me at the time of recording. Alright, so as we can look at the effects, during the main phase, Digimon gets 3000 plus DP, and if it came off of a security stack, it's going to have an effect too. So I'm going to try to figure out this one more time. Oh, there we go. Reveal Shadow Wing in your hand, then play a memory cost of 1. Your Digimon will gain 3000 DP. Target Agumon with this effect. So choose Agumon. He's going to gain 3000 DP, which increases it to 5000. And then we're going to use, once you use an option card, it gets placed into the trash. It's only for 1 turn. You can attack your opponent's suspended Digimon with Agumon, all powered up, and your opponent we're going after is going to be Barrelmon, so we're going to attack Barrelmon that is suspended. You attack another Digimon as long as they aren't blockers by one of your other opponent's Digimon. The 2 Digimon will do battle. So now we're going to attack Barrelmon. Digivolve Agumon into Greymon now. So we're going to use this as an inherent effect. Your turn, this Digimon will get 1000 DP. Inherit effects. Agumon has an inherit effect. These effects can't be activated when they are on the field, as they are Digimon can only be activated when the Digimon becomes Digivolution card. Agumon's inherent effect is the turn your Digivolve gets 10,000 plus, not 10,000. So during your turn, Greymon will get an extra 1000 DP. The inherit effect applies even if the Digivolve Greymon again. Be careful when choosing Digimon with the inherit effect. The Digivolve with you can be bred an incredibly strong Digimon. When you check Digimon inherit effects, tap to hold. You can Digivolve with your suspended Digimon and will stay unsuspended. Alright, so even after your attack, you can still Digivolve. Time to play a tamer. Tai Kamiya is a continuous effect that benefits as long as they're on player on the battery. So they act like continuous spell cards or like artifacts or stuff like that from other different card games. So think of them like that. Reveal Tai Kamiya in your hand, then play 1 cost. Now because of the effect, all Digimon you gains 1000 DP during the turn. Alright, so since he is the same color, we can only play tamer cards cannot be attacked or blocked, but they can't be attacked either. Also, if you have any several copies, play them. So as long as you have the same color tamer, you can play them on the field. And specify that, they just work like options. So he's going to go into a champion Garurumon and attack for security. It's blocking time. So now it looks like our opponent's going to attack Garurumon with his ultimate Zudumon, and he's going to attack us with our security. We got security stack, we got our Greymon. It destroyed both his Garurumon and our Greymon, so now we're down 2 security cards. He's down. He still has 2. We only have 1. It's our turn. You can do anything from the breeding area or the main phase during our main phase. So now we get to have a free choice to how we are going to solve this solution. So now we're going into our main phase. We can Digivolve Greymon into Metal Greymon. So I'm saying let's do that. Alright. He has 7,000, but thanks to Tai, we get a plus up. And now we can use Metal Greymon to attack our opponent. So we're going to go for his security stack. And due to Greymon's inherit effect, we get security plus 2. So alright. Let's do that. So during the turn, you're passing turn your opponent. So now we pass, but we had to go for Baramon since he blocked us. When you pass turn, memory counters move to 3 to your opponent's side of the memory gauge, no matter how many is left. So if we don't use our memory and we pass, it's going to move up. It's going to have the memory move up. So now he went into his Mega. Mega is the final form of a Digimon. Our turn, we get plus. We're going to get plus 2 DP. We're going to hatch our egg and we're going to move Birdramon up. So we didn't hatch, we just evolved Birdramon. Birdramon. Now use Greymon to attack an opponent. We're going to go for a security attack. Security check +1, so we'll get an extra security check like I said before. So that way our opponent has to check 2 security cards. So when he gets hit, alright, so he had Ikakumon. We defeated Ikakumon. He had Izumon. Pleasuremon defeats us. But he's out of security. Middle Greymon's deleted. If the Digimon attacking is deleted or returned to your hand in the middle of check, the check ends and a check also will end. No effects. Now we're going to use Birdramon to attack. Go Birdramon, direct attack. It's time to finish the game. If you land an attack on your opponent, if they have no security cards left, you win the game. Alright, so we have won the game. This is on next. The next time we learn about Digimon is Digimon Ace Cards. So in our next tutorial, we will go into Ace Cards. Hey guys, so if you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the other social media stuff I have on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Alright guys, I will check you out later. Bye!